Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Murni Widayanti Herlina. I'm from Diplomatory Program Study Medical Laboratory Technology of Politeknik Bandung as a representative of Mahasiswa Berprestasi from Medical Laboratory Technology. Like competition and some organization that can improve myself. In the competition, I once won second place of Voice of West Java solo vocal competition, and then I won first place in the general level solo vocal competition, and next I won second place in the national solo vocal competition, and I won second place again in the Mahakarya of Politeknik Bandung in Indonesia. And I also won the Master of Ceremony Certificate of the International Webinar of Spectra Medica 2021. As for the organization, I become a participant in the training regional cadres of the Imunisasi Department of West Java region. And then I become a member of the musical division of Charismatis, and then I become a member of the Politeknik Bandung choir, and I also become a committee of the national webinar of Imatelki Department of West Java.
I also have some hobbies as like singing, swimming, reading novel, motivation book, and I also join some competition that relate with my favorite event as like cover song competition and vocal group competition. And here are some of my experience in singing competitions.
There are many microorganisms that lives as a pathogen. One of them is bacteria. Bacteria can cause various diseases. So, this is where the role of medical laboratory technology to identify the bacteria. One of the bacterial identification carried out is crumb staining. Crumb staining was discovered by a scientist named Denmark Christian Crumb in 1853. One of the bacterial identification carried out is crumb staining. This staining was discovered by a scientist named Denmark Christian Crumb in 1853 to 1938. The purpose of this staining is to determine the difference the gram-positive and gram-negative of bacteria. This is a series of crumb stain consisting crystal violet, Lugo, alcohol, and safranin. In the principles, the ability of the cell walls to basic dyes crystal violet after alcohol washing. In this case, the bacteria from the gram-positive group will be able to bind the crystal violet because it has high peptidoglickans, while the bacteria from a gram-negative group are not able to bind the crystal violet, but it will be able to bind the safranin, so that the bacteria from gram-positive looks like purple, and bacteria from the gram-negative looks like red. If we observe as you know, crystal violet and safranin are dyes used to distinguish the gram-positive and gram-negative of bacteria. But we need to know that the crystal violet and safranin are dangerous, and it can cause an inflammatory response, respiratory irritation, and throat irritation, and others. And that finally inspired me to make the crumb stain product using natural ingredients as an alternative that can be used to identify and that finally inspired me to make a crumb stain product using natural ingredients as an alternative that can be used to identify bacteria. In this case, the natural ingredients that I use as alternative dyes are ERPA leaves as an alternative natural ingredients for crystal violet, and henna nails or henna leaves as an alternative natural ingredients for safranin. In this innovation, of course, the crumb staining method is used. The goals of this innovation is to find out how capable the ERPA and henna leaves are to give contrasting or different colors to gram-positive or gram-negative bacteria, so that they can be used as an alternative to crumb staining.
Procedure of making alternative crumb stain by using ERPA leaf as an alternative dye of crystal violet and henna leaf as an alternative dye of safranin. Prepare the necessary tools and materials such as mortar and pestle, beaker, earthenware flask, stative, filter paper, steam cup bottle, small-sized solution, funnel, hair dryer, alcohol, ERPA leaves, and henna nails leaves. And then the ERPA leaves and henna leaves are ground using mortar and pestle. And then each leaf was macerated using alcohol for 24 hours. Next, after the maceration is complete, the next step is filtering using filter paper placed in the funnel, using a stand as a support for the funnel. An aromater flask is also prepared under the funnels so that the filter results can drip into the aromater flask. Next, the filtered solution is transferred into a steam dish. Then, evaporate using a hairdryer. The evaporation is carried out until the filtered solution has a thick consistency. Next, after obtaining a thick consistency of each leaf solution, then the solution is pipetted and stored in a small glass bottle. Then give it a label. Next, prepare 4 microcentrifuge tubes and then label the concentration numbers consisting of 40%, 60%, 80%, and 100%. Next, 40% concentration was made by weighing 0.4 grams of extract of each leaf on the analytical balance. Especially for herbal leaves, 0.008 gram of ammonium oxalate was added until the end of the concentration. After obtaining 0.4 grams extract, then 1 milliliters of alcohol was added using 1000 liters micropipette. And next, 60% concentration was made by weighing 0.6 grams of each leaf extract on the analytical balance. After obtaining 0.6 gram of extract, then 1 milliliters of alcohol was added using 1000 liters micropipette. Then 80% concentration is made by weighing 0.8 grams of each leaf extract on the analytical balance. After obtaining 0.8 gram of extract, then 1 milliliters of alcohol was added using 1000 liters micropipette. And next, 100% concentration was made by weighing 1.0 gram of each leaf extract on the analytical balance. After obtaining 1.0 gram of extract, then 1 milliliters of alcohol was added using 1000 liters micropipette. Next, herbal leaf extract with various concentration and henna leaf extract with various concentration too is ready to be tested on the bacterium. The bacterial colonies that have been planted in the triticase broth media are taken using a round loop. And then put the bacteria on the glass object. And next, wait until dry, then do fixation. Next, the bacteria are ready for gram staining. Okay, for gram staining. Bacterial staining. Gram staining was carried out based on standard gold. Then gram staining was carried out using herbal leaves as an alternative crystal fillet dye, and then gram staining was performed using henna nails as an alternative dye for saffroning. Next, observations were made under a microscope. And this is the result of the staining. There is a color difference between gram-positive bacteria and gram-negative bacteria. And this is an innovative product that I have made.
Well, everyone, that is the innovation. I hope this innovation can be applied in the campus laboratory, in the hospital laboratory, and health center's laboratory. And in the future, I hope this innovation can be alternative of gram staining, which is safer and less harmful to health.